The way that Drupal decides which template file is to be used for a particular situation when there are multiple options available is through a system called suggestions. The idea of suggestions is that both modules and themes can suggest a structure for a template file, and the last suggestion that was made is the one that gets used so long as the template file exists. So let's take a look at one example that's inside of core Drupal for node.tpl.php. Now the first suggestion is node, and note that we don't have a tpl.php here, and you'll see that instead of dashes, where there are options for dashes, underscores are used for this suggestion. The next suggestion is the node, 2 underscores, and then the content type, so node article if it's an article content type. And then the final suggestion provided by Drupal core is node, 2 underscores, and then the node ID for the node. This means that if there is a template file inside of the theme directory called node-39.tpl.php, that will be used. If that doesn't exist, then Drupal will look for node-article. So notice that we're starting at the bottom and then working our way up. And if node article exists, that will be used. If not, it will go and look for node.tpl.php. And if that doesn't exist, it will use the core version of the template file. So here's how the template files will look for each one of these. Node goes to node.tpl.php. Node article goes to node-article.tpl.php. And then node__39 will be node-39.tpl.php. Okay, now if we wanted to add a new suggestion and override the existing suggestions, we would do so with something like this that would go in our pre-processing function. We would say variables theme hook suggestions, and then we'd add a new item to this because this is an array of suggestions. And the structure would be node __, and then the suggestion that we'd like to make. So in this case, we're doing something for an anonymous user. Say, for example, we want a different node structure to be used for anonymous users versus authenticated users. And so we could add this suggestion here. Now these are called suggestions because if this doesn't actually exist inside of the theme directory, it will go to the next suggestion up and keep going all the way up until it finds a template file that exists. Now the way that this particular suggestion will result in a template file is with this structure here, node-anonymous-user.tpl.php. Notice that all of the underscores are converted to dashes, and they're preserved in the number of underscores and dashes. Now we can also make a very strong suggestion that overrides any suggestions that are made even after we make our suggestion. So normally, the latest suggestion that was made would be the one that would be most likely to be used. But we can make a very strong vote that says, even though we have all these suggestions, use this other template file if it exists instead. And the way we do that is by using, instead of theme hook suggestions here, we're going to use theme hook suggestion. Notice there's no plural here, and we'll add our suggestion that way. And that will be the strongest one, and so if that template file exists, that will be used instead. Okay, let's go ahead and look at a few examples of adding suggestions.